Round the table, not round the square or triangle. We come to hang, chat the game on Fridays as we're able. We play well here in Gondola, we are chums and fun, but Gondola. We're nice around the table, our host is formidable. He runs a strange, often same, but sure he's quite unstable. He's automatic in Gondola, but seems never to have done a lot. Label, quite incomprehensible. Blue wrench in hand, we have no plan but to sit and hear Dutch babble. It's a lazy time in Gondola.
I have to shake my bum a lot.
This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
And see it, you'll love it, and it falls on in the best possible way.
Good Friday afternoon, evening, depending on where you are. Friday morning, maybe somewhere. Welcome, all you Knights of the Rhomboid Table. Great to see you on the other side of the screen, or at least see your names on the other side of the screen. Let's get straight into the greetings, and then we'll talk about what's going on. Hang on, I just saw somebody pop in, and why are they not knighted? There they are. Steve, you've been here before. Why are you not knighted? I now declare you a Knight of the Rhomboid Table. Welcome, Steve, from Railway, or Route 7 Railway, or Route 7 Railway, depending on where you're from. We also had Train Buff Boy 47 welcome in as a Knight of the Rhomboid Table. But anyhow, let's see. Graham's back up there. So anyhow, Sir Eric from ANC Railroad and N-Scale Life Journey. Glad to see that video. Glad to see that you're feeling better. Sir Alan Reynolds of Buckland Junction is here. We've got Sir, and I forgot the name because I brain dead and I haven't made a note. From Canadian Locomotive Logistics is here. Terribly sorry. I'm getting bad with names. I used to be great with names. Now I'm getting bad. Sir Colin of Wykes. Sir Andy the Hot Dog Pilot is here. Sir Ifo Fanzon is here. Sir Jean Ricard is here. Sir John Benicki is here. Sir Graham from Leamington Station is here. Sir Leslie, watched your video, haven't commented. Very cool. Very cool video again. Love seeing that Midland Pullman. That's just one of the coolest trains running in the UK, if not the world. Anyhow, Sir Andy of March West Junction. Sir Mick, the Royal Barkeep, is here. Great to see you. Thanks for your messages. Sir Greg of Midsummer Railway is here. Great to see you from the land down under. So that's definitely a good morning to you. Dino, Sir Dino of the Model Railway Shed is here. Great to have you, my friend, and thank you for your messages. As well as Sir Andrew, I should thank you as well. Sir Clive from Newland Railway, thank you. Sir Rayron is here. Sir Stephen of Route 7, you are now officially knighted. So post your channel links. Don't give the modest, I don't want to advertise myself. It's not about advertising. It's about making friends. So get your name out there and make some friends and get new friends. It's how I've made all my friends, at least the living ones. Sir Tom of Houston and Sir Tom from Märklin's Train Layout. Great to have you both here. Train Buff Boy 47, listen in the background. I don't know your first name. I'm sorry. Sir Chris from the Valleys, welcome in. And then Sir Eric and Sir Willy of Van Dan Eisenbahn. Thank you for answering my question. I look forward because, to be honest, I am considering doing that with a couple of the locomotives I got from Herb, where I want to do just a complete motor change, and I've never done it before. So I'm curious to how it is done. I'm sure there are videos out there, but I like people that will go nice and slow for me as a beginner. So anybody else I missed? All of you hiding in the background, or anybody come in? Sir Andy 81E is here. Hello, Sir Andy. Lord Mons is here. And all those others on the background watching on catch up later. Wonderful to have you all here. Hope you are enjoying yourselves. Now, what all has happened in the last week since we were together? Of course, some of you know I do a Saturday show. It's not my show, it's Artie's show. I'm keeping it going until Artie returns, hopefully sooner. Peyton Railfan, welcome in. And you've been here before, and yet somehow you are not knighted. So you are now, I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. But anyhow, I came back from the UK with a cold. Now, I will say this. I don't know that I caught it in the UK. I may have had it before I left for the UK because my grandson was running around with stuffy nose and blah, blah, blah. And I might have just picked up the germs from him, or Lord knows what I pick up from Joyce with her teaching a bunch of 9 and 10-year-olds and all the germs they bring in. And it might have just been cooking and the stress. I don't see it as a negative stress, but Joyce and I definitely did not sleep a lot that weekend. And then all the hassle with train and in and out of cold and warm. That may have all just coalesced that when I finally relaxed, when I finally just sat down at the airport, because that's when I really started feeling pretty low, is when we were sitting at Euston Station, and then when we actually had a couple hours to sit before our plane. That's when I really started noticing I wasn't feeling well. And then we got back, and the adrenaline of the new box came in, and I filmed that video, and I was clearly not feeling well. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was sick. I started to get better. I watched my grandson. Friday, I felt a little under the weather. I did my live stream. Saturday, I felt decent, and I did the Saturday live stream. And then Sunday, I felt like crap. And Sunday, Monday, Tuesday was the sickest I had been. And what I found out, I had to go to the doctor Tuesday morning, is my cold had turned into bronchitis, a bronchial infection, and a sinus infection. So I'm just dealing with all kinds of yucky stuff. Hey, Sir Randall of Ellison is here. So it's nothing compared to what so many others are going through in life. Unfortunately, it knocked me off my feet, and I have not been able to work on some things the way I planned on, including some of Herb's stuff. The one thing I did get done, which you did not see on Friday, but I did show on Saturday, but it's been changed since then. And I'm going to go to this, so please bear with me, my friends. I just got to find it. Last Saturday, last Saturday, I built a display. So I think you can all see that. I built a display for Herb's trains. So bear with me while I change this back because I can't see chat when I'm over that way. But I'll let you keep looking at it before I change cameras here. There we go. Okay. So that is where I have the locomotives, and that except for the locomotives I've got on the layout right now. That's where I'm storing his locomotives and rail cars, the ICEs, the variations of the ICE. But that's where I have all, that's where I'm going to display most of Herb's collection. The running stock, the beer cars, the freight cars and such, which are not over there, the passenger cars, that I've already stored them with my main collection. I did not have enough room to display all his cars out there, so I've added them into some other areas of my collection, and I've stored them there, so they're not on display. Yeah, well, I don't have allergy issues, and I don't usually have any sinus issues. This is a full-blown sinus infection now. They put me on antibiotics, so today is the best I have felt since I came back from the UK. I haven't got all my energy back, because when I got back from the UK, I was on adrenaline. But yeah, that's the display there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go straight to this. And for the nitpickers and the dislikers, I've got a couple of things to say, and maybe I should save them till the end of the show, but I'll say it now. I don't want to go on a big rant, but recently I got an email from somebody who's not happy about my live stream, specifically other people I let in. I don't ban anybody. There's only 2 people banned, and that's because they personally insulted Joyce and me, and then we have the right to say, don't come in. People that have problems with other people, you keep them out of my live stream. But everybody's welcome here. Everybody, except the 2 people that Joyce and I personally had issues with. But friends of a friend that is not happy over have been letting their opinions known on all my live streams and videos lately. And we're seeing an uptick in dislikes, and it's just like, grow up, okay? If you don't like my live stream or who I let in, don't come in. Just leave it at that. We're Switzerland here, except we're cheap. So I've said that. Anyhow, but on the flip side, the other, anybody, I am running a bunch of non-prototype stuff because what I really want to do is run as much of Herb stuff as I can. And sometimes I don't have the proper logo with the cars or even necessarily the correct rate. So as I go to show you what I'm running today, just be wary of that. So if you look here, the first train I'm running today is I am running a freight train of all gondola and well cars, low well cars, flatbeds, and so forth, of which, after you get past this red one here and one other red one in it, this is all from Herb. This is all from Herb. These are all these flatbeds and gondola cars I picked up from Herb, including a little coal wagon there. I'm just running that, okay? Those are all the flatbeds he sent me, and I was excited because I could do a train like this. I was really digging this, okay? So it's kind of a freight train. There's just no freight on it except one thing of coal. But again, that's all stuff from Herb. Hey, who just came in? Carl came in, and uh-oh, there goes something I was worried about. Darn it, that one car always uncouples. I may have to take a car out here. We are... Oh, it's going to do it. All right. I'm going to have to remove something here. One of those Viba flatbeds uncouples all the time. I'm going to have to go fix it. Oh, well. Anyhow, in lane 2, now, I had to change this last minute. After a few laps, the 216 I got from Herb was not liking going up the incline, so I moved it over the flat. So I am running a 218 with what I'm calling the Deutsche Weinstrasse. And this is not in remotely a proper consist. It's just a group of cars I thought I could build something with. This is a party train, okay? So you got the bar, and then you've got the people for the Deutsche Weinstrasse themselves. Then you got the Speisewagen, and then you've got the main rake of cars. So this is not prototype in any way, shape, or form. But all those cars except for 2 are from Herb. I'm sorry, except for 3 are from Herb. So, I have that one. Now, the next rake of cars, next train, is, hey, Sir Dwight, how are you? And Sir Lee from Anfield Road, welcome in. Sir Tim J.D., how are you, my friend? The CEO is now here. Sir Todd Armstrong, welcome in. So anyhow, the next train is, this is not all, but the ones that I have running worthy of the Orient Express. They are not from the same company. They're not from the same generation. Okay, this is just a mixed bag, but I put together in a way I thought it was kind of cool. So please just, the goal here is to admire Herb's cars and let them run and show their stuff here. So we have got an Orient Express here with a baggage car on each end. Now, this guy needs a little work. Wow, we get more and more people here. Cool. You're all still saying hi to each other. The next train, this is an actual, not a false flag, this is an actual ICE-1 that was sent to the United States late 80s, early 90s. And it is an ICE-1 Amtrak. Now, this guy sounds a little rough when he gets started, but then he seems to do fine. So you'll see him start up and slow down, but as he warms up, he gets a little better. I'm probably going to have to do some more tune-up work with him. But that is... Now, for those who know the ICE Amtrak, yes, it's missing a car. It was damaged in shipment from Germany to Canada. So, unfortunately, I only have 7 of the 8 cars. Now, another fun consist. This is Herb's Class 216, the cream and turquoise, or cream and ocean blue, as they call it. This fellow was going to run the main line with that Weinstrasse, but unfortunately, it just was not enjoying pulling that long rake of cars. Those are some heavy cars, so right before the live stream, I decided to move them down. But I'll wait for these 2 trains to pass. And this is just a train carrying, whoops, Slow down, not that fast. These are all the grocery freight. Soaps and food, cargo. Sorry about that fast takeoff. I'll let it run through again. But here comes that. And I'll probably slow that ICE Amtrak down. And whoever Corey is, Corey? Which one Corey goes with? Is that train buff? Okay, so that's just all, that's a grocery train carrying boxcars of various foods, milk and chocolate, and Maggi spices and such. Even the American company Libby's, but a German car. Knorr stuff, Bayernland dairy products, etc., and all the personal soap cars back there. So I will again try to adjust speed as needs be so that he doesn't go by too fast so you can see it. And then way in the background, the locomotive is my Beethoven locomotive, but in the background there, I'm running these Lufthansa Express trains that started in '91. Oh, hang on. Oh, derail. Derail. Oh, why are you off? Okay, you should be okay now, right? Right. Right as rain. All right. Sorry about that. One of the cars derailed. And then I got to go adjust this other car because it uncoupled and find out why it's being a bit of a booger. Yeah, it does. It does. So let me get that guy in motion. But I just wanted to run those Lufthansa. Again, other than locomotive, those 3 cars are from Herb. And everything, all freight except for 5 cars are Herb. Those are from my collection on that. And then a couple of locomotives are mine. Otherwise, they're from Herb. So yeah, that ICE Amtrak is really warming up. Like I said, it starts sluggishly, and then it starts going full tilt. I don't even know if I'll run it the full show if it starts giving any hint that it's struggling. And I'm going to let you watch the multi-view for a bit, so apologies. Oh, I need to get the floor going, so on the floor, it's one more train I bought in the UK. Whoops, I didn't mean to bump you. There we go. Huh. Okay. So I'll let you watch that while I go fix this train real fast. Trying to do that in shunting mode, but it wouldn't connect. But there it's connected. So we'll see. If it acts up again, I will just yank that one car off, because that one car does seem to uncouple rather easily. All right, so now I can... Oh, indeed, I'm learning that. Hey, bonsoir, Titiari. Bienvenue. Yeah, I need to get a AC, a 3-rail version of an Lufthansa 103. I can get the Märklin kit with the Märklin kit with the 111 relatively cheap, about $200 to $240. That's the Class 111 locomotive in the Lufthansa coloring with 3 cars that look like that. So yeah, we've got a Javelin and then whatever the Azuma is. They looks. All right, hang on here. Why do you keep derailing? I see why. You guys are too tightly coupled. Ah. So let's do it this way. I hear somebody else uncoupling too. But that's that Azuma. Okay, sorry about that. Hey, Paul, thank you. I am feeling a lot better today. Today is the healthiest I have felt probably since I got back from the UK. I was on adrenaline Monday night when we got back from the UK, and I turned around and filmed the last Box from Herb video. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I felt crappy. And then Thursday into Friday, I started feeling better. I didn't feel good, but I felt okay and did my live stream last Friday. Uh-oh. Now what? All right, we've got a couple uncoupled there. All right, come here. Oh, it's uncoupling galore. I get one train fixed, the other one doesn't work. Ah, why is everybody uncoupling? Oh, that was silly. How the hell did you manage that? Now this will work easier from this direction. All right. Let's give you... You were rolling just fine until I had to stop you, and I guess stopping you up on the incline was an issue. You need new wheels. I'm going to have to get Märklin wheels for you. All right, let's see if that works now. The VSOE is stranded? What? Oh, I may just take that car off. That's got very soft phalanges. And Xantec, you were here last week. Why are you not knighted? Welcome in, Mark, Sir Mark. When you say VOSE, understand I have no clue what you're talking about. Oh, I admit to it. I talk to anything if it's something I own or work with, or you know, my power tools. The screws, the nails, the screwdriver. I talk to it all. When you're working on something, you talk to it. Your Britannia is an absolute pain. I do not have currently something that I would specifically call an absolute pain. Ah, the Venice Simplon Orient Express. Thank you. But yeah, that, I don't even know if we could call that a true VSOE, because there are so many different cars, different eras, and different companies. There is, on that rake there, there's Märklin, Juef, Lima, and I think one other company, and I'm trying to, oh, the company Pocher, P-O-C-H-E-R. Yeah, I'm with you now, Tom. I got it now. I just had never known that it was abbreviated VOSE. Remember, I'm not schooled. I just know it as the Venice Simplon or the Orient Express. I did not know it was abbreviated, and I'm probably thinking back to other times I saw VSOE and didn't know what they're talking about, and now I read, oh, they were talking about the Venice Simplon Orient Express. Okay, didn't know. Is that blood coming out of the Orient Express? Well, there may have been a murder on it. Yeah, I got the little Beethoven Taurus. I did not have... I actually was going to run my Class 101 the white 101 I have. And then I decided I thought the colors in the Beethoven Taurus matched the cars better. That's why the Taurus is running. In fact, I had just hung up talking to my friend Jean-Ricard and told him I was going to run the Lufthansa with a 101. And then I just said, nah, I think the Taurus colors actually work better with it. Beaujolais, Shirley. Bordeaux, and don't call me Shirley. Matt Clark is in Series 5, which is in the planning stages, early planning stages. Although I am a little motivated after a couple of people, including Sir Peter Dixon, requested more Matt Clark. Dude, why are you struggling going up there? You've been doing fine, and now all of a sudden you're struggling going up. Is it because somebody gets derailed? Yeah, those two are still kind of tight, and they must have locked their... Alright, I've tried to be nice to you, but you just want to be a jerk, so you're coming out. I do not know what your problem is, but you keep being a problem. And if you keep being a problem, I am going to remove you until I can have a closer look at why you are being such a bastard. All right, now go. Oh, I'll bet that was the problem. Okay. All right. I bet. Well, I just solved the problem. Actually, no, EFO. Not the case, believe it or not. They actually have the same coupler. They're actually from the same set. What I just found was one of the wheels, the one that kept derailing, was actually pushed in quite a bit. It might be fine now. But I don't have the wheel gauge. I need to buy a wheel gauge. But yeah, one of those wheels was clearly 5-6 centimeters tighter in. And it wasn't like that when I started, so I think it's very loose on, yeah, that's loose. So I'll show it to you here real quick in the camera. Was it that one? Yeah, this wheel right here, this, the axle here, this wheel keeps pushing further down as it's going around the curves. The pressure of it hitting the curve rail is pushing it in, and it's sliding. So that was the problem. That's why it kept derailing, and it was dragging the So I will have to look at fixing that. But yeah, I need a wheel gauge. You know that little thing on a stick? It's a little circular metal thing on a stick, and you put it over the axle, and it spreads them out to the proper. I need one of those. But yeah, this is a Joef. Well, there's always operator error, because if you don't turn it on, you don't know there are errors. Mark, people have already answered it before I saw your question, but yes. On C-Track, you'd have to do some work, but it's just cheaper to buy the Trix version of the C-Track rather than altering it. Hey, Sir Raymond and Sir Ian, hello, Gracia. Sir Ian, Model Eisenbahn. I don't know, Carl, can you love your trains too much? I guess so. I mean, trains can break my heart. I am very angry that my ICE 3, the newer one, the 37788, is currently sitting with a dead decoder on it. After already having to have it fixed twice, and now I've blown the decoder on it. And it depresses me. Uh-oh. We've got another issue. All right. We are just playing crap games today. It's going to be one of those shows today, my friends. It's going to be one of those shows today. Some cars derailed. I got to bring the 320 in for a repair job now. What in the Sam Tarnation? Dudes! Y'all working against me today, I see. What in the Sam Hectorine? Why y'all doing me like you do? First it's that idiot uncoupling, and now it's... And you're even the same type coupling, so why? I say why? Why do you do me like you do? pull you up. We'll take you out too. All right, now let's go a few minutes without an incident. Hey, Sir Kieran, how are you? And hello to Sue6900. I forgot your name. Apologies, apologies. Well, I wasn't, you know, in the long run, even before I bought Herb's collection, there was a thought somewhere down the line I wanted to get a version of the official either pre-World War I or interwar Orient Express that ran Paris to Istanbul. The true Orient Express. And I was after that one. That's the one I would really, really like a version of that. Now, having this group of cars, it's not prototypical. I'm not going to run it a lot, but I wanted to get them out and run it. And hey, I'm running an Orient Express. Speaking of which, Ray Bell did a video based on me talking about my Orient Express cars. Found out that his from Bachmann was actually several of the same cars, because he was pulling the cars on like exactly like the one I got. So some of these were from a 5-car set from Juef, but there's Märklin and Lima. There might even be a Trix in there. I am doing much better, Kieran. I fought a very, very ugly cold the last 2 weeks, but I'm finally filled with antibiotics and enough drugs to make it better. I finally yesterday morning I woke up and felt I had legitimately turned the corner. Well, the key would be right now finding it somewhere down the line where I could get it for a relatively inexpensive price. Because again, this show, today's live stream, like last live stream, is about trying to, dare I say, show off a lot of the stuff I got from Herb. It's not even being... You know, it's not even about whether it's in proper consist. It's just, oh, here's an excuse. For example, let me just do this one real quick. Okay, it's coming in there now. Quick, don't hurt slow view. All right, like all those Orient Express cars are from Herb. Now, here comes this freight train. Now, the locomotive, those 3 yellow cars, and the 2 red, the little gondola there and the well car there, those are mine. But the rest of those, all those brown cars, those are from Herb. Hey, Ifo, so you're saying Porsche and Rivarossi were the same? Because I really feel like Porsche and Lima must have had a deal at one time. And then this train going through, 3 of the cars on that train are mine. The rest came from Herb. Because, Ifo, one thing I want to mention to you is, and I don't want to stop the train and go searching through them, but where can I do this? The Evo, the ones from Porsche, and I'll say it the Bavarian way since he was a Bavarian, well, Northern Italian guy, but obviously Bavarian, Austrian Bavarian. So instead of Porsche in proper German, I'd say Porsche. The bottoms, the carriages of the Porsche cars are almost identical to the Lima and are different than the Rivarossi. The Rivarossis are quite different. So I felt Porsche, but I couldn't find anything out. I looked up the company Porsche, and they're all owned by Hornby now. And the Porsche name was bought up by Rivarossi. But I'm thinking when these cars came out, I'm wondering if Porsche was subletting from Lima, because the carriages, the underneath of the cars, are almost identical, if not identical, where the Rivarossi is very different. Yeah, I thought and actually 500 euros is not a bad price if you can find it. When I see them on eBay, they're the equivalent of 700 euros or more to get the 2 baggage cars and I think 5 other cars, or is it 2 baggage cars and 4 other cars? I forget if it's a 6, 7, or 8 car set, and that's not counting the Loco. But I do love the blue one. It was a 6 car set and then they sold an additional, or it was a 5 car set and they sold an additional 3 car set separately, an expansion set. Because it wasn't that long ago Märklin released it. Because if I could find one on eBay for $500, I would tell Joyce, there's my birthday present, Christmas present. And Joyce would look at me and say, why? You just got an Orient Express group of cars. But I have wanted an Orient Express. And I have an Orient Express. It's not in, I guess, what anybody would call a proper consist, but I think it's sharp enough. I kind of like it. So I'm not in a rush to go out and get one. Because there are trains I would not have bought, and other trains I would have bought separately if I hadn't bought Herb's collection. There are trains in Herb's collection, like the B200 I have. I'm glad to have a B200, but I would have never bought a B200 on my own. But now that I've got one, I feel like I've added to the proper German collection with a V200, and I want to get it running. And I'm hoping this time next week, it will be running. Hello, Sir David from Scott Rails. Welcome in. And Sir Ray Bobel from the B&N MRR. Nice to have you here. So again, I'm not even trying to go prototypical. I just wanted to get them running, and I don't think my my Rheingold Class 18 would have pulled this rake of cars very well. It struggles with the 5 car set it has. And I would yeah, Evo, I know Porsche belongs to Rivarossi, but like I said, when I flip them over, so either Lima was working with Rivarossi and Porsche, or however it worked, because when you hold them up, the Porsche and the Lima bottoms look identical to each other, and the Rivarossi looks different. So that's why I said it's very confusing, because Jean Ricard already told me that Porsche was connected to, or Rivarossi bought out Porsche. How often do I clean the rails? Probably every couple of months. Every couple of months I run my cleaning cars, and then twice a year I get out with my industrial sponges and, you know, hard fiber sponges and really buff the rails up. The one thing I'm overdue is cleaning the cars, all the coaches. I even got my machine out a couple of weeks ago to start doing it, and then all of Herb's stuff started coming in, and I put it away so I had space to set things down. But I really need to go through all my rolling stock and clean the wheels, because that's due. Yeah, I actually watched your video, Ray. I just was watching it right before I came down here. I finished watching it. Did not get a chance to comment on it, because I started watching it, and I was also watching something on my computer. And Joyce goes, "Honey, I think Ray's talking about you." I went, "Huh?" Click, and I scrolled back. Yep, he's talking about me. Hey, Sir Brian, how are you? Great to have you here. Well, that's fine. All I'm telling you is the bottoms looked alike. That's all I can say. I'm not trying to argue. I'm just saying the bottoms looked alike, because that was my first instinct, because I had never heard of Porsche. And then I looked at the Lima car I had in my other hand and went, oh, I wonder if Porsche was, and the Porsche say made in Italy. I was like, Porsche? That's German. And so I already understand Porsche has been owned by Rivarossi for a while, because like I said, I already looked up Porsche before I did last week's stream. I had already looked up the company because I never heard of them. The same with Bauer. I had actually seen Bauer at a toy show. No, I'm sorry, toy shop in Germany in 2023. I'd never heard of them, and Googled it right there. And boy, they were hard to learn. Bauer, B-A-U-R, Bauer. Not even Bauer, Bauer. Yeah, well, there's Hobby Trains and there's Hobby Trade. And Hobby Trade was a Danish company, and they made some beautiful coaches, especially the double-deckers. The Metronome double-deckers, the Regio, and I've got Regio released through Roco. I guess Roco bought the Hobby Trade stock from Hobby Trade, because Hobby Trade is not out of business. They are just a much more reduced company, from what I understand. Hey, Sir Anthony from Middleport, glad to have you in. So yeah, Roco acquired the old stock, and there's another small company that Roco is releasing that they acquired the stock from, who also made double-deckers. But yeah, so my really nice Regio double-deckers, I've got two sets. I've got a Märklin set and a Roco set. And I like them both, but the Roco set from Hobby Trade are true 187 scale, and they're really sharp. Let's get another camera on here. I've been babbling on this camera for a while. And I'm sure you're right about that, Ray. A lot of these smaller companies probably, hey, are you producing those? Because, you know. But, you know, you have all these companies. This company owns this company, and then this company owns them all. You know, like Hornby owns Rivarossi. Does Hornby own Juef? Yep, Evo, a lot of Saxon Modella stuff went to Tillig. Because I had to look up Saxon Modella. And found out that a lot of their stuff is now released through Tillig. Yeah, the other company, Roco, I'd have to go to, actually my Lipa page would probably be the fastest place to find the other company that that they were releasing through, because it wasn't Saxon Modella. All right, wait a minute. Ifo, Lima owned Rivarossi? And Lima is also owned by Hornby, because when I was reading about Rivarossi and Posher, I did not read that Lima bought Rivarossi. I just assumed that Hornby bought them separately and put them under one shell. Yes, Jouf made that because Tom, Ray Bell just put a video up of his Bachmann Orient Express set, which when he opened it up and looked at the cars, on the bottom it says there's Joef. Juef, I should say. Juef. Juef. Or Juef. It is. It is a tangled web. Last Lima stuff was called Lima Rossi. Okay. That's funny. So see, that's what I've just learned today. I did not know Lima had purchased Rivarossi, because I was reading about Posher, and it said how Posher had been acquired by Rivarossi. And that was why I was questioning it last week, because I was looking at the Lima and Posher carriage molds, and they were identical, and the Rivarossi one was different. But it's crazy, can't do anything about it. Helden has made wagons for Märklin. Okay. That makes sense, because I've seen some Hellion stuff and I go, wow, that looks just like that Märklin one. But you guys just got to remember, it was just 9 years ago right now, I was not into model trains and didn't know anything. The only thing I would have told you about model trains is I had a Tyco set when I was 6 years old. And through my modeling and toy connections, I knew about the different sizes. HO and OO and O and so forth. It was around this time I first started thinking about getting a model train. 9 years ago, 2015. I came back from our trip to Germany and started thinking about putting a model train in my class. And I finally said, around this time in 2015, I said, yeah, I think I'm going to do it. And that's when I started looking for trains. And I bought my first one in November. I bought my first one, which was the IC83, or the ICE3, which I call ICE83. Which I ran last week, which I got back from Herb, because I had traded it to Herb, and now it's returned to my possession. Oh, by the way, Herb asked me to mention this. I actually, despite being sick, I had a 2-hour video chat with Herb. Whoops, wrong picture, that one. Is anybody into beer trucks, beer semis, and such? Beer trucks. If anybody is into beer trucks, Herb has an extensive collection that I can get pictures or I can put you in contact with Herb. He's got a collection that he's selling for $100. A lot of beer trucks, beer semis and beer, but trucks as opposed to train wagons. But, beer trucks. So either semis like this or the whole thing, semi-trailers or the whole thing, smaller ones, bigger ones. He's got a whole bunch. If anybody's interested, for $100 to get a whole, because I know some of you guys are truck drivers and are into model trucks, he's got a collection of them. And if you want more information, I can put you in contact. Do they come with beer? No. Hey, Sir Dave from Beaten Off Junction, welcome in. But I will say, this guy you're seeing in camera right now might be one of the longest freight trades I've run. I don't know. I could actually have made it longer. I don't know if it's longer than my container train or not, but it's close. Well, I just took 2 cars off of it, so... Well, I am, all the rolling stock except for a couple individuals is from the collection I bought Herb. Yeah, I can bet. I will say that the Juef cars I have are very pretty, but oh, are they both delicate and look like they would not be fun to try to repair. That's right, he's Dekas now. So thank you for that, Sean. I have done well. But the thing is, I'm always learning because I don't have that background. I haven't spent my life delved into the lore, the mystique. When I watch you guys, when Ifo pulls out all the information he pulls out, I'm jealous of that background. I mean, I can quote historical facts and history of humans and archaeological facts right and left like that, but model trains, I hit the ground running. And I started my collection very slow. You know, my first 2 years I had 6 trains. In the last 3 years, if you add what I bought from Herb, I've added too many trains. I don't want to mention what I've added. It's embarrassing. If I start adding up the price, I go, oh yeah, I could put another kid through college. Is Leslie signing off? All right. Thank you for hanging with us. Your jet lag is hanging in and you need to be out early-ish tomorrow. All right. Well, you have a good sleep. Take care. It's always an honor to see you. Welcome in, Sir Jason from Barnabas Junction. So, for example, this, it'll come around again quickly. The ICE Amtrak, which is flying really fast. I keep trying to slow it down now just so you can see it a bit. But this guy coming down right now, I just came up with, I'll just run all these food refrigerator cars and box cars and such. And then all the Persil soap and call it a grocery train. It just, you know, I just threw a bunch of them together because I got them all from Herb. And I just want to spend the next couple of live streams, last week, this week, and even into next week, running as much of Herb's collection as I can. So those two trains that just went past, the two locomotives are my, no, that's my class 218, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 of the 7 passenger cars that just went by are from Herb. The other 3 are things I had that I threw in to try to make it look like a train. Well, I could buy a house with my collection if I sold it for what they were all valued at when they came out. I didn't get a Rivarossi 218, I don't think. Oh, wait, the BR-18. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said 218. Yeah, you're talking the 18. Yes. I have now tested every locomotive as to whether they run or not. Yeah, I toyed with getting the Märklin glow-in-the-dark Halloween train, and I decided, nah, it was too silly for me to do. Yeah, the one. I know which one you're talking about. I had to think. So let's go to, that way you guys can still watch some trains. All right, yeah, you're talking, whoops, this one from Rivarossi. Yes, this works. It is clean inside. I test ran it and it runs okay. The only reason I only say okay is that the metal slide bar that acts as the real weight to hold the tender to this is broken. I don't know. I'll go to the full screen here so you can really see what I'm talking about here. But there, whoops, there you can see it. That is broken. So the only thing holding these two together is the wire. The only thing holding these two together is that wire. So I have not run this more than about 2 feet, 3 feet, and then back because I don't want to risk snapping that wire. So I got to figure out the best way to fix that little bar. Because I think you've seen that. So yeah, I mean, I now have 4 Class 18s. And I'm starting to think they're my favorite locomotive. Although to be honest, that Joef 241, that's a pretty locomotive too. But yeah, this guy has, so it runs smoothly, but I'm not going to run it anymore until I can figure out how to fix that bar. It's possible because it clearly was glued, but I'll tell you what, that is so fragile, I don't think it would hold. I would have to find something completely new, and I would have to really do a lot of work on this to replace it, because that's a very thin piece of metal, which is why it broke, and it's very flimsy. Again, let me show this to you. I need 3 hands. I don't know if you can see that, but look at that. That, even if I put a screw through that, I think it would, first of all, it might be a little too tight because the other, but I mean, I could jerry-rig something if I think about it. I could probably just get a thin piece of thicker metal and 2 very good self-tapping screws and put it in there and hold it in place. But again, it would have to be able to pivot. So for now, this is a shelf queen. That's all right, Train Buff. We appreciate you hanging with us. Yeah, this is a River Rossi. This is a River Rossi. But this guy is just going to be a shelf one until I decide where to go with it. But I would have to get some sort of that pivoted. It would have to pivot so it could go around curves. That is a conductor wire. That runs electrical pickup information back and forth. So yeah, that is not just a contact wire. Sorry about that. I left you with nothing to watch but my butt walking away. That's an idea, Mick, except I'd still have to be able to get into the other side and solder it. And Shaky Hands McGee might struggle with that. Well, I have been debating getting the Märklin recent release 241 or 141, the same one Thomas brought here. And Joyce said last week on this live stream that it could be my birthday present, Christmas present, if I wanted it, to go ahead and order it. And I looked, and it's still available, but they now have to order it from the manufacturer, in other words, from Märklin, to get it in stock. And I'm just like, I've got so many steam locomotives, and I'm not going to have a prototypical Orient Express anyhow. These are the cars I'm going to run and call it my Orient Express. And if somebody comes in and rivet counts, then they're going to count the toes in my steel-toed boot as I kick them out, you know. Or count the stars spin around their head after I boot them out. Because I do like to be prototypical in some of my consists. You know, especially my regional trains, my ICEs, I prefer to be in one of their standard consists, 7, 8, 9, or 12 for the ICE 4. I have, it's been a few weeks since I've run the Flying Scotsman. Now, my plan next week is to have 3 new locomotives running. I have 3 decoders that are, if the mail stays true, if FedEx delivers on time, I kid myself. If FedEx delivers when they say it's due, I'm getting 3 new decoders, and I've got a Märklin Class 18 that will become my... that one is DC, Ray. That one's DC. So yeah, that is a DC one. Yeah, so that's why I haven't been in a rush to deal with it. Now, again, I have not worked on these locomotives except for a little bit on Tuesday before I really started feeling like crap. Last week Tuesday, not even this Tuesday, last week Tuesday. But I have now run them all in. They all work except the one that didn't work from the get-go, the E44. But I have some two rails. And I've talked to Herb. And Herb knows some of these I will be moving on down the line when I find somebody that wants them. But for now, I have Herb's collection. I'm keeping it up there. But I have a couple of locomotives from Herb that I have no practical use for. Herb, if you're watching in the background, forgive me for doing these. I'm going to show these too. Okay. Because I don't want to do that, Xantech. I like running 3-rail, and all my lanes up here are set for 3-rail. It's all powered through one system, and people have suggested, well, you could set 1 or 2 of your lanes up as 2-rail, and I don't want to do it. I like 3-rail, and until I bought Herb's hobby, I wasn't worried about 2-rail. And if I really am desperate to run 2-rail, they'll work down here. They'll work on the they'll work on this. You know, they'll work on that one if I'm really desperate to run them. But this locomotive, I have this locomotive in 3-rail. Okay? I have this in 3-rail. I don't feel a need to run it. I have run it. I have checked that it works. And this is Pico's, this is their hobby end. That's their lowest line. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, but it's their beginner's line. For example, the driver's cab windows are clear plastic, but these windows here are decal windows. They're just decals, okay? So this is one, it's from Herb's collection. In the long run, I will look at moving this on to somebody that would like a 2-rail German model and wants a class 218 and wants the caught bus, and I will give it to them. If it's somebody that wants 2-rail, and I will give it to them, but it's somebody who wants it. Not to mess with it, but says, oh, I wanted one, but I've never thought about that. This is 2-rail. I've got it in 3-rail. I've got a Märklin high-end version of it. So this is one I've got in Herb's collection, but for now, it's staying as part of Herb's collection, but I will eventually move it on a bit. Move it on. The other one is this one. I wanted to convert this to 3-rail, but it cannot be converted to 3-rail. Just There's no room to kind of fit the ski in and set the wiring up properly. So this is an Italian, and it's a false. It's like, it's not a true prototype. They call it a D350, but man, it sure looks like a 215 or a 216, but it's called a D350. And this one I like. And if it were 3-rail, it would be on my layout. But I like the one I do have 3-rail with my Italian trains even more. I love that one. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And so this is one, it's cool, but for now it's part of Herb's collection, and it's going to stay a part of Herb's collection. But down the road, when I really start looking at where they're sitting here and they're not being used, and somebody wants to use them, why not? The saddest thing in the world is to have a train that will never get used, to me. I was a guy that I bought collectible toys to play with. I didn't buy them to sit on a shelf and never play with it. It's one thing when you don't have room to run trains and you love your trains and you buy it to look at it. That's one thing. I'm not criticizing that at all. But the guys that they buy them, put it in a box in a safe because they want to turn around and sell it years down the road when it's a bigger collector's item. To me, if you buy a toy, you play with it. I bought Herb's collection to see how much of it could I run on my layouts. And yeah, Eric, I've thought about that too, but I mean, someday in the long run, I will put in scenic catenary, but I'm not going to power it. In the long run, I'm happy with this, and I'm not going to change it. I like my 6 lanes. I like it all 3-rail. And if I never add the catenary wire, I'm not going to feel bad about it. Oh, yeah. And again, people don't have space. People don't have room. But my attitude is, when I bought Herb's stuff, yes, I put it on a shelf, but most of that's on a shelf because I'm honoring Herb. This is his collection. This was his life's collection, other than the stuff he had already sold off. But I plan on running most of it. I've got ICs over there that either need decoders or need a power car, and they'll be running. I've got a lot more from Herb. It's going to take a long time. It's going to take me a year or two to get a lot of this running. Not that it's not running now, but we're up to where it's ready to run on my layout. Because some of it is AC but not digital. Some of it is DC but can be converted to AC. And some of it is DC that's going to stay DC. And some of them are just beautiful, old, rare models that are there. But everything he sent me except one car ran, one locomotive ran. Everything worked. And the ones that needed a little bit of prodding, I had to clean. I cleaned them, degreased them. Hey, Digger Evans, welcome in. Zarudo, welcome in. I swear you've been here before, but we will... Zarudo, I now declare you a knight of the Rhomboid table. Hey, CMD. Yeah, it seems like the knight's jumping. I haven't seen how many people, but we're over 50 again. The most I've ever had a live chat was 68. And that was like 4 years ago. I would say I average 45 to 50 as a high. The high is, so anytime we have over 50, that's always good. And last week we had 60, I think we had a high of 65. So it's the second highest people we ever had. So, yeah, I have way too much to do on this. And people got to understand, I have only done minimal work on my layout in the last 4 years. I've added some buildings, I 3D printed some things, painted some things, but my layout really has not changed in 4 years because I got the trains running and working on the layout became less important. Because I am more about the trains than the scenery, and I ran into some problems that I wanted to do, including I wanted the Delmenhorst Town Hall, and I trying to solve the Fowler car, getting the Fowler car system to run the way I want it to run. If I just put the wire and ran the cars, it would work today. You know, I could go over there, turn on a car, and it would probably just run in circles happily. But I want it to work on the motors, and I want it to pull in and stop. Well, I thank you for that. I don't downgrade my layout. I accept that to the people, you know, that watch me and go, you haven't worked on it. It looks the same. Yeah, it does. I haven't done anything. I mean, in the last couple years, okay, in the last 3 months, here's what I've changed. In the last 3 months, what have I changed? Let's go, where is it? 11 lane view. I added pieces of grass here. I just put in some sheets of 1 millimeter static grass. And I put them around here. That's new. That's new. I added some more buildings on... whoops, not that one. Not that one. I added some more buildings over here and rearranged the buildings here. I also put in the new station, the Bremen-Hanover station over there. So that got put in about 3 months ago. Plus, with some other buildings I added, I rearranged the little circuit of buildings here. All right, Train Buff, we'll see you when and if you come back. You and your dad is HO and yours is N. That's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. There's nothing, if you're into trains, there's nothing wrong with what you do. If you weather, that's awesome. If you don't want to weather, like me, I don't want to weather. The money I spend on my ICEs, I get mad at myself if I leave a fingerprint on them. Those are expensive motherfuckers. I'm not going to dirty them up, no matter how much more realistic it would make them work. I can't bring myself to do it. I just can't. If I were to buy something that was pre-weathered, and I have a few things pre-weathered, I'm happy to do it. But apparently the people that live in my little HO world are very neat people. They're very clean people. We're just going to follow the steamer, the Orient Express around, just so you can get a feel for how the cameras flow into each other. Oh, we got everybody coming through the Bremen station there. Good timing, Anthony. Good timing. And then there's the long view, and you'll see it. So you can see that black steamer coming right behind me, or in front of me, really. Right here. And now it's going up the ramp. And that leads to this camera. This is called the up the ramp camera because it's at the top of the ramp, and the trains rise from about the middle here. And then back into the station. The Delmenhorst station. which is a 100% scale accurate, 187 scale, 100% accurate representation of the town of Delmenhorst, the city of Delmenhorst station. And the bus center in front of it. And actually, most of that part of Delmenhorst over there is concrete with a few banks of trees. So actually, that's not too non-prototypical. It's a giant parking area, but there should be some more buildings there, which I'm slowly trying to design in Tinkercad. Do I have any American outline stuff? No. No, I do not have any American trains. The only American trains I have well, let's go to this one. That white train is a German design train, but it ran in the United States. That is an ICE Amtrak. It came over and was run in the United States as a prototype. America was thinking of buying it, and then they went with something else instead. But that did actually run in the United States. And the only other thing I have is also Amtrak, but it's a fake. I have an ICE3, but this never existed. They just took the company Piko, the German company Piko, took the ICE3 and put the Amtrak logo on it. But it never ran. There was never a train that looked like this. No, that's my only American. The only thing I know about American trains are what my friend Randall tries to teach me. I do want to get a couple of American locomotives and trains. I even have ideas of what I want. I would love a legitimate current era, what I think they call Phase 6 over here, or Era 6 as well. I would like an Azuma Amtrak. I would love it. I think it is a Siemens locomotive, and then the passenger cars with it, but nobody makes it in 3 rail. I haven't even seen anybody in HO scale, even DC versions I have not seen. Hello, Sir Ewan, welcome in. And hello, Sir Brad from Willow Creek. Thank you. All right, what do I have to smack Andy for? Snooker gloves, you have to polish your balls. The wife got you a pair that lift and separate. Maybe she's trying to tell you something. See, this is actually one of the better cameras. I think I should move it to a different location. But it gives you a nice view across all the tracks. Actually, I think they compare, based on what I've seen at train shows since I started going to train shows a few years ago. Tommy, I have no idea what a Lionel learning curve is. That's what my thoughts are on it. I have none. And welcome in, Sir Michael. If I had a DC track, you'd bring your Azuma. Somebody just needs to make it an AC. Märklin just released a whole bunch of ES44s in 6 different company liveries, including Heritage Pennsylvania Railroad, and I really thought of buying it. But I have a limited train budget, my normal yearly train budget, and I had something I wanted to order that was more important to me. Yeah, new wheels and traction tires is needed. Fortunately, I have tons of spare traction tires. About that time for Joyce. And Joyce did not work today, so she doesn't have to wait until 5 o'clock to come down. Michael, that may be something, but in all fairness, my grandson is growing up on Märklin. My grandson already has Märklin trains ready to go. He's got the Märklin My World stuff already. He's got Märklin trains that I picked up from Herb and that I bought myself that are his over the next few Christmases. I don't need to have him looking at Lionel. He's already for Märklin. He already knows how to run the Märklin controller, the mobile station. He knows how to run this. He knows how to turn my central station on and off and move trains with that. He's covered with startup. More than covered. His mom's already looking at me like, Daddy's not going to have room for all this. But he's my one and only grandson. What? Now, I watched Mansville. Did you put up a new video, Man? Hey, Man, did you put up a new video? See, Brian, everybody keeps asking me that. Would it be possible? Yes, it would be very easy to put a DC line up here, but I'm not going to do it. Because no matter what line I'd put it on, I would want some of my 3-rail trains occasionally run on that. I do move my trains around, and sometimes I have them running on the outer loop, sometimes the 3rd loop, sometimes the 2nd loop. I'm not putting a DC line in. That is a guaranteed, it's not happening. My only 2-rail is what you see across from me on this camera. Over on the other side of that map of Europe. This is the only 2-rail. Oh my goodness, what happened here? We had a derail. My dear friend, what happened? What happened? Whoop. The far side. Hey, Azuma, I don't want to be rude, but you are getting in the way. Now, speaking of things I need, that little dude there, I need 1 or 2 more cars, passenger cars, and I've seen them online on eBay, but they're too darn expensive. They want like $40, $45 each for them. Yes, Mark, the map is in German. The map is in Germany, is in the German language, I should say, not in Germany. It's in the United States, but it's in German. I also need a couple of Mark II ScotRail livery things to go with my Class 68. I can find those on eBay, but they want $45 each, plus 15 shipping. I can't do that right now. I can't do that right now. After the money I spent on Herb stuff, if I were to spend, and plus I've got decoders coming in. I just bought a bunch of decoders to convert some of these analog trains to digital. There's a certain wife that's looking at the bank account saying, you are planning on going to Germany in June, right? Yeah, then stop spending money. All right, Zerudo, thanks for hanging out with us. Nope, Tom. That would involve a lot of ripping up track and doing all those adjustments. I'm not doing it. There's a way to do everything. There's a way to convert anything from 2-rail to 3-rail. But how much work do you want to do? How much motor rebuilding and that do you want to do? How many motors are you going to buy and replace and make sure they're wired AC and put it in? There's just a point where you say, this is what I've got and this is what I'm happy with. Hello, Horse World. Welcome in. Or I should say, Guten Abend. Willkommen. Liebe Grüße aus Amerika. Herzlichen Grüße. Herzlichsten Grüßen aus Amerika. I now declare you a knight of the round boy table. Welcome, Horse World. You have now been knighted, so you can post a channel. I'd have to go back and double check, but I may have seen the 218 in Munich. Is it Ewan's birthday? Es geht mir sehr gut, vielen Dank. Und Ihnen? Sie können mir duzen. Es ist mir egal. Man kann mir duzen. Hey, Sir Steve 87, welcome in. Well, I'm about halfway through the stream and time for the next throat lozenge. So no matter what solution we come up with, no matter what solution, at the risk of sounding rude, and I don't want to be rude, because, you know, when you think of it, you mention it. It has been suggested many times, I could change one of these lines to DC, or I could power catenary in this and run the... No, I'm happy with this. And the last thing I want to be is unhappy with it. I'm happy. Is it perfect? No. But I love my trains. I love live streaming. I love the people. All these trains have done since I got into this hobby has brought me happiness. Occasional moments of agitation, but really happiness. I've met good friends and good people that I would have never met otherwise. And the information they share with me, and I can occasionally share with others, it's too beautiful, man. I love this hobby, and I love the people, and the people that are crazy enough to keep coming to my live streams and hanging in my live streams. I couldn't ask for anything better. You could give me Porsche's Traumwerk, and it wouldn't make me as happy as I am here with my trains, with a partially built Delmenhorst over here and an even less built up Bremen over here. Sitting with all these cameras to drive people trying to watch this on a tablet or a smartphone crazy, like I can't even see anything because I can throw 16 cameras up. That's what it's all about. Well, hello, Sir Daz, and hello, Luma. You are hearing and putting this up. On your level 1. Gotcha. I just... Actually, the cameras are the neatest. The nightmare is everything else. Cameras are all on USB extensions into my computer. I can't tell you how silly cool it is to have all those flatbeds running. Gondolas, whatever you want to call them. I think anybody who watched my Herb videos when I kept getting them all didn't understand why I was so excited, and maybe watching this train run, and it's coming into view now, I just immediately envisioned that locomotive pulling all these gondolas and flatbeds. Now they just need freight. And if you haven't seen Monsville, Monsville has 5, count them, 5 different layouts. But Lima, I will tell you this. You mentioned somebody forgot to take their pill. I have been sick for 2 weeks, and this is the best I have felt since I've been back from the UK. And I came home from the UK riding a high, but also a depression because I just had to say goodbye to all these people. Many of them I'll never see again. And I came home to this the last box from Herb, and I unpacked that, and that had some very special things and melancholy things in it, including my original ICE3. The very first model train I ever bought, which I had traded to Herb, and now I have back from Herb. And literally, all those positive vibes have been sublimated by being sick. So now to have a bunch of trains from Herb running, locomotives from Herb that I'm currently running, more I'm going to have running next week, I hope. I know, Eric, I am a passenger guy, but today I'm running some of Herb's freight. And I'm running, like this train here, that's his passenger train, other than that red car. And the last 2 cars are mine. The others are from Herb, but that red dining wagon and the other 2 cars are mine from Märklin. Oh, you guys spring forward, so that means you'd be coming on at 7 o'clock my time. Don't worry about me. You've got plenty of other viewers. You do you, and if I'm up, I'll be in there, and if I'm not up, I'll catch it on replay. There might be a layout in New Zealand, so that'll be 6. I think I shouldn't laugh because of the situation, Mon, but I think that's brilliant. I just think that's brilliant. Monsville has a wonderful channel. Everybody here that has a channel has a wonderful channel. I would not be subscribed to them if they didn't have a wonderful channel. I don't care how many trains you run. I don't care what country. I don't care what size. I look for people that are having fun. But yeah, I've also got a... Pating! Okay, who's messaging me? Oh, Brian Finn sent me a video. Okay. Yeah, and Canadian Logistics, Canadian Locomotive Logistics, on his channel, you can follow the link he just gave you, and you can run the trains on his layout. You know, Heath Hurwitz did that a couple of years ago, where for a while in his little room in New York, people could come in through Discord or whatever and control trains. I gotta see what else you said there, Brian. That disappeared off my phone too fast.
I'm so sorry. I really should.
Yeah! Yeah, go for it, Brian. Go for it. Oh, hush me. Hit the wrong button and... Oh, you went into Brisbane. Well, Brisbane is in our 2027 trip to Australia plans. No problems. I am happy to be a part of the humor. The only time I get upset if somebody's laughing at me is if I'm standing naked in front of Joyce. Other than that, people can laugh at me all they want. All right, have fun bowling. Can you send me a camera for using on my layout? I thank you, but probably I actually have 5 other cameras I could add to this, but I no longer have the ports. And I've got one camera that, well, actually I pulled off to take to the UK. There are other people that might need it, because what I'm slowly trying to do is convert all these cameras to 4K. Well, I am planning on you never having to see it either. Unless I lose a bet and I'm on the news, but I would never make that kind of a bet. Wi-Fi. I would love a Wi-Fi camera that, because I have my GoPro, which I did not charge up. I have my GoPro, but it's too wide. It's too wide to do cab views. So I do it as a passenger view. And it actually gives a really cool view going around my layout. But yes, I have been looking at getting one of those, what are those little mini Wi-Fis that basically use with a BlackBerry or Raspberry? Oh, the ESP32 cams. I've been debating getting one of those. But if I can add it into OBS, that would be cool. I've got a cube. I've got a cube, but it's not the Wi-Fi cube. I've got a cube. So I could do a video of a cab view. And I have done them in the past. I haven't done one in 3 years because my layout hasn't changed. So I don't know that a cab view of my layout would be that big of a deal. In fact, the last cab view I did was when I did all 4 of my IC4s running together at one time. So this is not the Cube Wi-Fi. And the Cube Wi-Fi is relatively expensive to get even in the secondhand market. But this is the 1080, so this is the high definition. The full high definition, 1080. This is 4K. This is the Hero, the GoPro Hero 9. This is 4K. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting one that I could do a cab view on a live stream. But to be honest, I don't think the cab view is as cool unless I did what Paul Bozeman from Tommy Station does, where he takes a piece of an old locomotive and puts it in front of the camera and makes it look like you're looking through the window of the locomotive, where I could run that through. But actually, I think the passenger view is actually better because you go through the station and you see it as you're going through. You see all the signs and the people. Where is she? Just in time to see it empty. Oops. Did I turn you around again? Come on, dude. Right there. Hey, Sir Colin of Woodthorpe is here. That's also an idea. Because I really do like the passenger. But to me, one of my favorite views is when somebody does the cab view looking at the train. So it's like you're right in front of the train as it's going around. Most people do cab view where you're getting the view from the cab. I like the idea of where you're just watching the train go through, and as it goes around the corner, you see a little bit more. 5146, more like it. But always, the thing is, it's easy to become competitive in the model train world where you see what other people have and you say, you're either envious, like, oh, I wish I could do that, and I wish I could do that. I am lucky, but I know too many people that know they're restricted with space and like, oh, I'd want to do something, but I don't have enough space. And the thing is, do something. If you enjoy running trains, you enjoy trains running in a circle. Okay? Obviously, the more you can add, the better. But at least it's something there to watch it go around, whether it's a 2x4 board or a 2-foot-by-6-foot board, whatever the narrowest radius your stuff can run on. And there are ways to do it. You can do it where it tilts on a wall above your bed, and then when you're not sleeping, you fold it down, and bam, here's your layout ready to go. There are ways to use space for even the people that have the least amount of space. Yes, and that's true, CLL. A lot of people like that view, putting it right behind and then looking into... And I think if you have a steamer and you have some drivers in the cabin, or you got the lighted box, like several of my locomotives, at least 3 of my locomotives have the fire box that lights up, including 2 of my Märklins, which are really sharp, including the Flying Scotsman. That's very cool. So, but like I said, I had people who, when I first put the GoPro on and realized I couldn't do it as a cab view and did a side view, the first few times I did it, I realized it's actually my favorite view, because the reason I love model trains is because I started traveling by train in Germany, and I loved traveling by train. I fell in love with trains by traveling by trains, which is why I'm into passengers. And when I put this on a train and you get that cab view, wow, wow, wow. You get that passenger view, like you're sitting looking out the window, which is the view most people who ride trains would have. Looking out the window of your seat and watching the world go by that way. I wonder if I could get this on. All right, Kieran, good night. Take care. Oh, trains can put you to sleep, and not because they're boring, but because it's such a rhythmic white noise. Even if you don't have the sounds on, just the sound of the trains going over the track, it becomes a rhythmic white noise. and it becomes very actually comforting. I can't tell you how many times when I'm not doing a live stream, and I don't run my trains for the most part, except on live streams anymore. But before I started doing live streams, I'd come down here, have 3 or 4 trains going, and I'd just be sitting here listening to the noise and zoning out because my brain stops thinking anything else. I'm not paying attention to news, world, life in general. In fact, I'm not paying enough attention to my trains. I'm just sitting there going, and the white noise just gets you going. I want to see if I can get this going. Are you going to turn on? And then I've got to do this. I got to do a couple of things. So I'm going to take this off real quick. But I have to nag my wifey poo and ask her where she is. Where am I at? GoPro quick. Bang. Dudes, come on. Where is it? Live stream, yes. Now, I gotta set this all up. Bear with me. Bear with me, kids. I'm ignoring you all and get ready to do something else here. So I need to start the Mona server. There we go. Mona server is started. And then I will have to start the VLC. Yes, connect to that. Continue. Go live. Okay. Now I just have to get this. Uh-oh. Crazy stuff. All right, so wait a minute. We are going to stop you right here. I gotta make, which way do I want this? This way. One of those Javelin cars just fell off. Oh well. Well, hello, Nancy. Hey, Sir Randall is there again. Did I see Nancy is in the house? And Sir Graham again. Graham, I won't embarrass you anymore. I got to do something. Hey, the screen's gonna go. Black for a couple of seconds. Just bear with me. We're still here. There we go. Okay. So there you go. So hi again, Graham. Hi again. Yes, you were here at the beginning. I even said hi to you. So there you go. That's what I said. I fell in love with this view. Now there is a 3-second delay. There is a 3-second delay between this camera, where it's at, and what you see, because it literally goes from my camera to my phone, from my phone to the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi to a backup server, from the server to VLC, and from VLC into OBS. So the signal... What is this, man? Don't you start that, Nancy. That's being mean now. What is this Maggie thing? I've got a... I'm running all the grocery cars. But, you know, other than all the reindeer there, that's my one joke scene on my layout. Santa Claus and his buds getting arrested. And you even get to see Joyce coming down the stairs on that cam view. Now, if anybody here does not know, Nancy and Herb Mueller are the ones whose collection I bought. So it does give some cool, kind of cool views, considering my layout does not have... Oh, one of the deer have been passed out. Oh, a couple of them. Yeah, those deer have been drinking again. I gotta tell you. Can't trust those deer, those reindeer. Anyhow, we got a Joyce view cam. Or let's go to the multi-view, because somewhere the GoPro should be... Isn't the GoPro? I thought I had the GoPro in here. Yeah, there it is. Anyhow. Doobie-doobie-doo. Whoops. Damn thing. Curses, why are you being so disagreeable? Nah, it's just being stubborn, I tell you. Stubborn. Yeah, tell these pieces of machinery who's boss. Yeah, it's kind of okay there. You don't have the mic. Here, have a mic. I'd prefer you have an Anthony, but...
I always have an Anthony. All right, well, it was fun to Nancy first. Yeah, Nancy, it was wonderful to talk to you guys. Really fun. Isn't the technology amazing? So, hi, Anthony Middleport. Hi, Paul.
And our grandson is here.
Hi, Randall. Hi, Finnerton. Hi, Tom. Hi, Attila. Hi, Colin. Hi, Valley.
Oh, there's a switch
Hi,
that actually
Draymond.
dropped since you've come in.
Hi, Mick. Bartender. Howdy, Andy. So sorry, waving guys. Hi, Jean. All right, Zantac. Thanks for coming in. Hi, Mansfield. I can just take it down. Dino. And so Cayenne's here. And hi, just everybody, Warthrop and Train Buff and
Corey.
Corey,
Train Buff is
okay.
Corey. Train Buff
yeah, I
is
gotta
Corey.
remember that. It's the only
Alan
problem.
Reynolds says
Hello, Alan. I'm gonna say hi to myself. And hello, Route 7.
Say
nice
hi to
see
yourself.
you guys.
Hi, Joyce.
Hi, Joyce. Yeah. All right, let's say hi
You
to
know
our
one person you
grandson.
never say hello to?
You.
Me.
Hi. Don't I want to come down? I thought I did.
Not enough.
Uh-oh. Error. Your YouTube's not receiving enough
Everything else is
video.
fine. So yeah, I don't know what's going on
Open
with
the
that.
widget.
Yeah, that does nothing.
Okay, so...
All right. So anyhow, everybody new to
Steve.
the channel, close your ears for a second.
Yeah, watch them. It gets noisy.
Here we go. Whoops.
It's not the right one. There it is.
Kyan! Hey, Kyan! Opa loves you!
Opa loves you. It's nice to have lunch with you.
Yeah, we saw you for lunch
That's
today.
right.
Little dude. All right.
So...
Are you doing another trunk and treat today?
That's the plan, yeah.
So, if you're new to the channel, Lindy Loves
hello,
is
Horse
my
World.
daughter. My older daughter. I have
Right.
3 kids. First 2 were daughters, third one was my son.
She's
is
the
my
oldest,
son.
yes.
She's the oldest of my children, the elder of my daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And she is the mother of my one and only grandchild, my grandson, Kyan,
Yep.
who pops in sometime around this time, and we've got to say hello to him.
After spring break, what we call the NAP nowadays.
He
So,
doesn't
and
do- he
I'm
doesn't
sorry
do
if I
those-
missed anybody.
He doesn't
Hello.
do naps here anymore.
No, he doesn't.
And then, again, as I was mentioning, Nancy Mueller, that is Nancy and Herb, and they're the one whose collection I have recently acquired, and we are running a bunch more of Herb's trains today.
Right.
So, Nancy, I don't know if Herb has seen, but yes, I'm running his Lufthansa cars, but not the Lufthansa Loco, because that's 2 rail and winter run. And one of those cars, I believe, is a Märklin, and therefore does not
Wait till he
work
comes
with,
back. I
2
forget
rail.
which one's
Short
looking
out
at
the
us.
2 rail. So it's a family show, and then this is my wife Joyce. If you didn't know that.
Yeah, you haven't figured that out.
Anybody who says she's my daughter, you're gonna both make me happy and cry.
That's Beethoven, yeah?
Ja, das ist Beethoven.
Yeah,
Das ist,
so he looks at us
das
as he
ist Herr
goes past.
Beethoven. Fährt mit dem Zug.
Yep. We'll make sure it is. Yeah, it's a good size layout for
Und der
sure.
Buchmann immer stark.
He takes up the whole basement. Used to be the kids' playroom. They moved
Yep.
out or grew up, and we took it.
It's a small house, but it's a giant basement.
Oh, that's funny. So you got a young look at mom.
Uh-oh.
Mine hung on for a long time.
I heard you.
Oh, well, what happened?
Oh, just a small derailment.
Okie dokie. Yeah, that's right. It's our playroom now. Okay, good. I'm glad that Herb has
No,
seen
it
the
was our
Lufthansa.
playroom, but now I run trains in it.
Behave.
Too late now. If I behaved, we wanted to have 3 children.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah, the kids move out and take their junk, and you replace it with twice as much stuff as they
It's
had.
about where it's at, yeah. Although, honestly, we made them take their junk when they moved out.
Most of it.
Most of it. Yeah, there's a little bit, but most of it's out. Yeah, and it's weird. Now that the kids have moved out, I think the house is too small.
It was too small when we had the kids.
Yeah, but there was, they were happy. They had all this space down here.
Yeah, they had this
and
space. It went through
You
stages. When they were
didn't have
little,
the
when
urge
they
for
were,
the
when our
trains?
kids were little, they had this giant area, and they could, like my daughters had this little tent, and they could camp out down here, and they had their Barbie city
Oh, yeah.
over
Oh, they had
here,
all kinds of things,
and
yeah.
my son had all the Star Wars toys that he could set up, big battles and everything with down here. And they didn't even clash. Blocks and Legos and Lincoln Logs
Yeah,
and
plenty of space down
Legos
here.
and more Legos and more Legos. And this was their playroom because we didn't have a big yard.
Isn't that the truth?
So they had this big area to play with. As they got older, TV came down here and library. It
That's
became
great,
their
Nancy.
entertainment area, and they would bring their friends over to play video games or watch TV down here. And they could be outside within earshot of parents, but you know, with parents not hovering over them. And we were not helicopter parents. We did try to give our kids space.
Hey, Eric. Yeah, you got a long time. Long line of trains ahead of you. You say Corey?
Yeah, but what about one guest, Artie? I mean, Attila.
Attila.
See, that's the problem. I know who I'm talking to and not who I'm supposed to be talking to.
Attila. Say it
Attila.
Bulgarian.
Attila. Well, they all start with A, you know?
It is the proper way to say it.
Hello, Sir David of Woodall. Welcome in, welcome
Somebody
in.
thinks you have a derailment again. And since you have a million cameras, they probably know.
I fixed the one derailment.
Beethoven's moving
Beethoven always
horribly
moves
slow. Hilariously slow.
It's
in
one of
some
his
ways.
longer pieces. He's having a slow movement. They also say that about him when he's in the bathroom.
I knew that one is coming.
Yeah, well, you heard about that when the people went. They dug up his grave and they opened his coffin and they were amazed. There was the partial skeleton of Beethoven, and he was erasing a large part of one of his musical pieces. And they said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Go away, I'm decomposing."
That's why we've been married so long. I still laugh at his jokes. Speaking of Facebook,
Speaking of Facebook, who was speaking of Facebook?
gave me a memory, and I don't know how it would know because we haven't been on Facebook that long. But apparently 39 years ago, somebody proposed today. And I said yes.
Oh, it is the 25th, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
crap, I forgot
Yeah,
that.
it's my mom's birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There-
Yeah, in a way it was a dungeon, but everybody was happy.
I proposed 39 years ago today, or did somebody else? And then,
It had a picture of the two of us, so I think you have a memory with Anthony S. Dodge. That's exactly what it said.
indeed.
It is an anniversary of sorts, indeed. So,
Well, it's the 26th where you are.
yes, Lindy's going to
And you
remember
still haven't
this.
given us the lottery
There was
numbers.
a sign on the stairs coming down. Practice your instruments first.
Yep.
And they ignored it. Well, Mom's in heaven. Or whatever. You get less for murder and manslaughter. Yeah, we get that. What year was that? What year was that?
1985.
85. Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
proposed in 85, we married in 87.
Yeah, we married quite some time ago. Bitterton did the math. Oh, nice, Nancy. Congratulations. Oh, didn't win anything.
Oh, doubly nice. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Which one do I want to add now?
Yeah, but I'm happy for you. That's just when I left kindergarten.
And the
No,
world's upside down.
I had finished high school, I will point
I
out.
forget, I have to adjust this.
Yeah, it's upside down.
Yes,
What
it is upside
happened?
down. I have to do that.
The camera's not upside down. Just to fix that.
Yeah, I have to go to transform. There we go.
Oh,
There. So now they can see.
that's one, the Aussie view.
I was going to make that joke, but I had to get it settled
Sometimes
first.
they
Damn, people beat me to my joke.
have fun making fun of themselves. That's fine.
Joyce, it was just after you left kindergarten that I proposed.
Yeah, as I said, I had finished high school at that time. By a year. I met him when I was in high school. Last year.
Yep, you were in your last year, but you were in 12th grade, and I was in 13th grade.
Yeah, it was almost 2 years since we had met each other when he proposed. So it was all on the up and up.
We knew there was no surprise to it.
Yeah, Monsville too. She could see it. He could see it fine. All right, good night, Anthony. I know.
All right, good night. Thank you for hanging with us. There were so many things.
Yeah, the Kiwi.
Oh, that's
view.
right, Sir David.
Yeah, okay.
The Kiwi view.
That's great.
I keep forgetting
Gosh,
that's Kiwi Dave, and he's using the other.
Guys get up so early to watch us. That blows my mind.
In other words, she wouldn't do the same for you.
Get up for Andy.
Yeah, you don't even get up for Andy's show.
That's-
But you don't go
that
into
was
anybody's
not
live
8 in the
stream. You don't
morning.
go. You do not go into
I
anybody's
do
live
not.
stream.
That is true.
You
I
watch
don't.
them because I'm watching
I
them.
frequently give Andy a like the night before.
Wow, Andy, she likes you before you go on.
That's right. Because I'm not getting up for you. Or if I'm up, I'm doing something else. So usually my morning walk.
You aren't out of bed when he's on.
Not usually, yeah.
No, you don't
Not-
come down. I've usually
not
finished
always.
watching them because one of the first things he'll say when you come downstairs, Andy, stream over? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I've come down not that long after it, and it's done.
Sunday is her sleep-in day.
It is. Today I get to,
Her lie-in
You
day.
know, you're-
I think you in the UK say a lie-in.
yeah.
Have a lie-in.
Well, that day you just kind of get up slowly. Liz is home.
Liz is home. She's home a little later than expected. Did she stop off at the store?
She must have. I thought
Yeah,
I saw
what
her
happened
a
to all
lot
the
that.
bottles of water we had down here?
I finished it's on the list.
I thought there were more.
We could have just gotten plain old water.
Well, yeah, that's because they're falling back. So he's on an hour earlier. So he's on at 7 o'clock now until we do our
Oh, that's awful.
UK this weekend, tomorrow night.
Gotcha. Okay.
Speaking of tomorrow night, once again, I'll be hoping Wacky Weekend Light until that Artie fella gets off his lazy ass and takes his show back.
Right.
Instead of making me do it and trying to come up with ideas.
Look how long that train is. Wow.
Which one? Oh, the flat car one? Well, there actually is a couple of long trains.
Why
Because
didn't,
we're running...
why didn't you put stuff on the flat cars? You could have.
I don't got stuff to put on the flat cars.
I thought you did.
No, that's different. I mean, I
Okay.
suppose you could put a container or two on them.
I would think you could.
Oh my God, woman, I tell you. Fine.
Wow, you have two of the same trains looking at each other going past.
What do you mean I have two of the same trains?
The green ones.
The what?
The green logos.
Oh, two of the same locos.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, one's a 218, one's a 216.
Okay.
All right, let's see how many of
So
these
you
I
could
can
get
load real fast.
Monsville two places.
So what?
So yeah, it's a 218, but it's not a modern 218.
Well, one's a 218, one's a 216. The one running the big loop, pulling all the
Yeah, you got that right.
cream and ocean blue cars. That's my Märklin 218, and then the
Well.
other one is the Märklin 216.
Yeah, they already lights at the same time.
All right, are we ready? Can we do it? Yes, we can.
Sorry, Rob and Grace. It was definitely the best time for Artie to do his strength because it's not super early in his day, but it's late enough the Americans can come in and only the UK people who don't sleep can meet it.
There's one. There's two. There's three. There's four.
Get him on the way back.
There's five. All right. Now it's got some freight on it, okay?
There
Gee
you go.
willikers,
Oh,
I
good
tell you.
grief, I've got an order coming in.
I don't know if you
You're
guys,
probably
you might have
right,
seen it
Raven.
in the camera below me. I was loading freight on some of those flatbeds. John Ricard, it's the middle of the night. No,
Yeah.
it's not. It is, well, it's 11:30 for you. That's not even the middle of the night, considering the nights are getting really long where you are. It's about
That's
a third of
true.
the way through the night.
Poor Artie. You keep him in line, Attila. That's one from the cops. Right, yeah,
it's
we
not
know
at 5
it's
a.m. where mine is.
horribly early. Containerzug.
Containerzug. Yeah, containers on gondolas.
Right, yeah. Oh, it's the middle of the night when Artie does the stream. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's
it's the
why I
middle of the
say
night
it's
when Artie
only,
does the stream.
only the insomniacs can come in that one.
Yeah, for the UK, and we do get a lot of UK and even
Oh,
some
Eric,
mainland
that's
Europe guys.
sweet. Best thing you can do for Artie, though, is just be his friend.
As always, just be a friend.
Yep,
Best thing you can do for anybody is be a friend.
true. Same thing for you.
Accept who they are. Punch them when they're not looking. Blame somebody else.
Hey, Randall.
So I loaded, what, I loaded three 40-foot containers and three 20-foot containers
No kidding.
without causing a derailment or
Yes.
stopping the train.
It is. It is Saturday where you are. We got to experience that for a while. What?
And just as I say that, I was hearing a derailment.
Yeah, somebody.
It's probably that car right there on the BR50. Yeah, he's derailing like every 30 laps. or
Gotcha.
something.
Yeah, we could hear it and see him. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. You get to experience a day before we do. Which only counts on like holidays and yeah, really, Steve. Artie's on house arrest. He should be getting his layout done. Some people would not find this a bad thing. Oh, but we know the truth.
But we know Artie is lurking somewhere, always watching.
Always, yeah. As he should be.
He's sneaky like that.
You have a certain set of skills. Yeah, it really is. I think we all know that here.
I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are. But I have a certain set of skills that makes me dangerous to people like you.
Yep.
Because I run 3-rail trains.
Ooh, Sally.
I did put that one on backwards. Biff! Oof! Zowie!
Oh, golly. So I think I finished my marathon at work. So, I had to come home, hurry up and do grades
Come home from the UK.
from the UK. Catch up with the kids, get everything squared again, then a 3-day week, then 12-hour days, 2 in a row that are exhausting. And,
Yeah, because somebody was going to do a video for
So-
her channel on her reaction to Gets.
yeah, then we both got sick. So, yeah, road coming on. Anyway, yeah, it's just almost been a blur.
The
So-
last 2 weeks have been a blur.
As I explained to my students, they get these 2 days off. We go a week, then they get Tuesday off because that's election day. And before you can blink, we get the week off for Thanksgiving in
and
November.
then 3 weeks
and-
after that is Christmas break.
Right, so it's just going to be where we go a very long time with no breaks. We all of a sudden get a bunch.
Yes, I have,
Like
Steve.
Kermit the
I have seen way too many parodies of
His
the
speech.
phone call.
We maybe need to watch that movie again. Now that we're talking about it. It was crazy what he did to all of them.
He wasn't nice, no.
No, he wasn't, but it was his daughter. And of
Indeed.
course, as educators, and probably a lot of you, we know better. All that she experienced was way too much trauma. Her life was never going to be the same again.
Nope.
You don't recover from that like everything's all right.
The problem is,
Oh, rake some leaves. Oh, gosh, I hope you have a better way than rakes.
pow, right in the kick.
There
Because,
you go.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's coming
have
out.
started with those set of skills,
I
but
think I need
if somebody had hurt one of
Buy
my
the candy
kids,
this week.
I've been on a very unfriendly warpath.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, when that movie came out, I had already been taking kids across the seas and
Right.
studied all the real things you need to be leery of and wary of. And as I'm watching that movie, I'm like, okay, why did you discuss this? Why did you mention that? How do you not tell them this? You can't let a kid just go off to Europe and not warn them about A, B, C, and D. How are you not aware of these things?
Right. Okay. Some over here for a long vacay.
Nah, they'd have a nice vacation in the woods from which they would never return.
Right.
I am a peace and love person. Turn the other cheek and all that. But harm the wrong person,
Yeah.
and then I'm the devil incarnate.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
It's true, it's true.
We need to go out. There you go, Attila. I think we need to go out and just maybe get more ice cream fixings and just do an ice cream dinner tonight. Yeah. Not terribly hungry.
You're right.
And I need to get more NyQuil or something.
Yeah, we need to go out and get your NyQuil. I don't know, maybe stop off at Mickey D's or something. See, we say Mickey D's,
Yeah.
and over there they say Macca's.
I bet they know what we're talking about.
Yeah, but it's MC, it's not MAC. It's not McDonald's, it's McDonald's.
So they've got it wrong.
It's the English, you know.
That's good. Yeah, they gotta protect their sailors. Make them
All right, Paul, thanks for hanging out with us. Good night.
Hey,
Have a
Paul.
great day at work tomorrow and a better day after work.
right.
And good night, Eric. Indeed. That's not fun, having that surgery and then right back dialysis.
Oh, all right, Eric. Take care of yourself. Yeah,
It's Friday, then the Saturday,
we
and Sunday
experienced that when we went down under. It was just weird. It felt like the window to contact home was so small.
Indeed.
And, the day progressed, you're like, yep, too late. And it was kind of weird. We sure didn't bother them much, but...
All right. Whoa. Now we got a real
Oh,
bad.
gosh, you sure do. And he's running into the ICE next to
Yeah,
him.
what was this all about, dude? Oh, because why is that happening? Man. Those Lima couplers, oh my God, the one side that bumps up because of the way they fit on top of each other, the one side bumps up and it's they grab onto the coupler that's right there, or yeah, the buffer. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oops.
I'm sorry, Amtrak ICE. I didn't mean to be in your way. I am not a fan of these couplers at all. God, I have to see if there's a way to fix them up with something else. Uh-oh. What did I do there? Oh, I was hitting the dial here to start the train up, and
The taste is
apparently
76.
I pushed it too hard and it went to stop mode.
Oh, that sounds like a story, Andy. Yeah, we're all on the north side of the layout.
My thing is, I always hated McDonald's, and then a few years ago, Burger King changed the meat they were using, and McDonald's upgraded, and
Oh, that's annoying, isn't it?
no, all these Lima, older Lima cars with those Lima couplers, you know, it's not the hook like you see in the UK stuff.
Can you change it?
They look just like, no, they're not NEMs.
Okay. You can't put NEMs on them? Oh, we derailed again, and ouch.
All right. Well, you're coming off now too, dude. I'm tired of this. There comes a point where this just gets too old.
Yeah, you just maybe get to take it off. Oh, good. I'm glad that you enjoyed us. Raymond's just singing. That's fine. Sing away, Raymond.
Well, just remember, if you've enjoyed this just half as much as we've enjoyed doing it, we've enjoyed it twice as much as you.
Mons asked if it was a tension lock.
No. No.
Oh,
it's
great.
a
I'm
standard
glad you found us. And
European.
we met the approval.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
That's true. You get a job and you can't do it.
People love us one week and then hate us the next. Only the crazy stay.
Most dedicated.
The crazies.
Didn't say what they were dedicated to. The McChicken. Oh, wow. Moringa, scorpion, chili. I know a few people who would get along with you. I'm pretty sure my brother-in-law Scott's taste buds are dead because he can't get anything spicy enough.
Yeah,
Cayenne's daddy,
the more dangerous,
Chris
the more
likes
dangerous
spicy stuff.
the heat
So does AJ.
index on the pepper, the more eager he was to try it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's killed all his taste buds by now.
Probably.
Just a bit quirky.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
a
we'd
bit.
say. Mick, you'll be sorry. Thanks, Mick.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's your job.
What's that?
Luma says, do not forget to say, you gotta do your line.
Sorry. Oh, I did my line.
Do your line.
Hit the like button, gentlemen. Oh, I made corn blush. Yeah,
I
it
don't
is
do
corn.
hot spices.
Nope.
Nope. I don't like heavy spice at all on anything.
We don't make it to jalapeno.
No, I don't do. I do regular black pepper on my burgers and steaks, and that's it. I don't even salt my burgers. Well, that's that. Zuma. Zuma, 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 Zuma,
indeed.
Come on and Zuma, 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 Zoo.
Scorpions and chili. Woo! Watch for the bite. Of course, that's the DC trains.
Yeah, that's that Zuma. That one corner, for some reason, it scrapes and sounds like it's going to derail, and then it straightens out again. Every time. And it doesn't even make the sound every loop. It's like every third loop or something like that.
Scorpions are huge on the Scoville side. I assume that's a scorpion chili.
Beetroot in burgers are a must. No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're absolutely not a must.
You just keep them down south,
You just keep your
there.
beetroots in your burgers.
Very south. It makes you see through walls.
I didn't think it made you see through walls. I thought it made you run through walls to get to the bathroom quicker. No time for the door!
Yeah.
Hey, Kool-Aid! Oh, yeah!
Could you beat that path for me? Thank you.
Burns going in and Burns coming out.
X-ray radiation power.
Yeah. No beef in a burger.
burgers
No
and
beef.
buns.
Well, obviously, if you can't
Pretty
have beef or
processed,
you're a
yeah.
vegan, vegetarian, whatever. But, hey, you chose to be a vegetarian? Too bad. You can't have a burger.
Sometimes you,
Have your soy burger.
sometimes it's not a choice.
Yeah, sometimes it's not a choice, right. There are people who cannot
Come
eat
on, we gotta think of all the ones.
beef or what have you.
Oh, Beeba Doobie,
Ring sting.
give me a suggestion.
What's that?
Beeba Boobie, Beeba Doobie. She's an artist.
Beat a doobie?
Oh, you can see it down here.
Never mind.
Beeba Doobie. Beeba Booba, but anyway, she's an artist. It
Great.
tasted good. Good for you. Yeah.
My burger better be straight
You
from
know,
a
it
cow
was-
or a buffalo.
You know, somebody who's perpetually on a diet, the Impossible Burger had the same number of calories and truly no health benefits to it. It wasn't worth it.
Well, Attila, we could point them out, but I would think if by this stage you don't know where,
It's hopeless.
it's too late. Get your glasses checked. We did play Where's Artie, but we're not playing... Which of course makes you go, "Ah."
Yeah, so we're in protection mode. Our spurn chili.
I'm a second generation vegan. I eat the things that eat the vegan food. You've sat at number 1 on the board all day. Ostrich burger. Nope, never had that.
Are you talking about...
Oh, you don't eat breads now, so no burgers.
Oh,
I would starve to death if you took away bread and burgers. No, there'd still be
the
cheese.
booties are at the beach where you left your shorts.
What?
The booties are at the beach?
The booties.
You said booties.
Well, the first one he said boobies.
I know.
Now he's saying booties. Is it a typo? Yes, I eat the vegans. If you're going to eat meat, eat a healthy meat.
Bacon roll brought you back into the fold. It's supposed to be better for the environment to vegan it out.
That's some remedial
so
booby
somewhere in
identification training. There are 4 places to find boobies. Most women, some men, any government building, or on the Galapagos Islands.
Yeah, it is beach season.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going back in October. After I retire. And yes, we'll upgrade our seats.
Yeah, that's right. You were on live. I came downstairs and turned on my computer to start setting things up, and it said you were live. Unfortunately, I was setting things up.
Oh, Corey, you know what we're talking about.
Some men. There are moves.
We didn't teach you anything new.
What do you mean, some men? Or Genie or whatever he is.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, but they live on the Galapagos,
didn't you do the
they?
voice of Genie?
Did Genie ever have a part?
Spoken, yeah. Smokey, are you here to cause trouble again?
Oh,
no,
wow,
Genie or whatever.
No.
And I still have a few questions.
Well,
not now, Smokey.
Corey, you're old enough. If you really want to get Anthony's humor, then you need to search out his Matt Clark series.
All right, guten Abend
Start.
to Von Don Eisenbahn up there. It's dinner time in Wisconsin.
You got
You're
such
up
a
in
cute
Wisconsin,
kid.
aren't you?
Yeah, your son is adorable.
Yes, Joyce is becoming smitten.
So
with,
anyway,
Willie.
start with season 1, so you can follow the plot all the way through.
Yes, Matt Clark. Now, season 1 has a couple of problems with the videos because somebody filed a copyright.
You heard about it, did
somebody
ya?
filed a copyright claim, and I had to replace
right.
the theme song.
We would like some information there, Corey. What do you mean you heard about that?
Giant tortoise meat is the best, most delicious meat ever. Yeah, nothing beats a plain old cow served up however you want to serve it up. Hey, Anthony, before I get off, hey, that's getting weird there, okay? I'm sorry. I bought an HO scale Dodge truck at the display today for 25 cents. Bastards! 25 cents for a Dodge truck? What were they charging for the Fords? Better not have been more than a nickel, and a dime for the Chevys. I would have insisted to pay $1. How dare they charge only a quarter for a Dodge truck? Dillweeds. It's all a bunch of horse poop.
Oh, it was, yeah, now I get your outrage. Come on, I can't get out of this commercial.
Stuck in a commercial you can't get out of. Ford was $2. Clearly people don't know what the hell they're doing. The only way you could justify that is that because they sell so many Dodges, they could sell them cheap. You need to go to a die-cast car place. I don't need to buy die-cast Dodges because people keep giving them to me. It was a real one. Hey, my first car was $50 and I sold it for $40 scrap metal. It was a $10 car, which I drove for.
Sorry, I was creeping.
Oh, you got the first 4 episodes of season 3.
Fredo's Villain Arc. Huh.
Fredo's Villain Arc. Uh-oh. All the HO cars were 25 cents. Well, I guess I won't feel too bad
quite
then.
that bad, yeah.
Bastards. How dare they disparage the Dodge name and sell us so cheap.
Really?
The only cheap Dodges I ever knew were my sister's. I just started Family War. Did you even hear me?
Oh, I was...
You were in
I was-
La La Land.
I was
I
processing.
said the only cheap Dodges were my sister's.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, don't go there. Don't go there.
The Woola Bra Longa special.
Ooh,
No. I've tried horse
I
steak.
like
and
horse
no.
way too much, Alan, to be eating it.
Her late brother, went to Switzerland for one of his jobs a long time ago, and they were in the Neuchâtel, I think it was, and they went to a fancy restaurant, and he had La Tête du Cheveu. La Tête du Cheveu. Yeah, he did not enjoy that.
No, he didn't.
He didn't know what he was getting.
Right. Yeah, he was adventurous.
Guess how many locomotives you have? Well,
Oh,
since we're on a blind thing here,
40.
7.5.
7.5.
29.371. Pie.
Little bits still keep going on and on and on.
The
107.
square
Good
root
for
of
you.
4 cubed.
Here, it's our 107.
Hey, if it's a bargain,
Did
you're
you
jumping on it.
Oh, yeah. we had-
No, stop, no.
You
Won't make
won,
a joke there.
You won kangaroo meat.
No, I don't think that had kangaroo meat in it. It had lamb, pork, and beef.
Okay, because we gave it away. Are
Yeah,
you sure?
I had kangaroo steak.
Okay. Oh, did you have kangaroo steak?
Yeah, Artie bought it, remember? He grilled it for us.
Oh, that's right.
We had kangaroo.
I did not care for it, but
Joyce did not like it.
I
I thought
ate
it was
as much as I could.
okay. It sort of meh, wasn't great, wasn't bad.
well, it tastes like
Joyce
chicken
didn't like
is
it.
all I've heard. Crocodile meat.
Maybe chicken tastes like crocodile.
Yeah.
They're
true.
both related to dinosaurs, so that's why they taste the same.
Yeah.
I'm sure dinosaurs tasted that way. I have 3 point. See, pie. I have 3.14.
No, he set up there. He is 107.
107. Yeah, but then a little later he says I have 3.14 locomotives.
All right, bye, Corey. Thanks for coming in.
All right, Corey. Take care. Take care.
Pretty much the same
Thanks
thing
for joining
next
us.
week.
Yep. Rinse, lather, repeat. Lather, rinse, repeat.
Tastes like dung, but you can live on it. Well, yeah. Desperate times. Things could be, things could change, but,
No, who was it? John. John liked crocodile meat.
well,
Our buddy John.
oh,
Our
right,
late friend
right,
John
John. That
loved his
John.
crocodile
Yeah.
meat.
Okay. Oh, you think we got a cheap cut? Oh, does that mean you're gonna make us try it again? Bloody hell.
And now the time has come.
Yeah, that's it. It would be pie for you. It's pie for all of us. You get a few geeks every now and then who
Pi r square. No, pi r round.
that can
Pi
do
is
it.
round.
Do I have anything on here? I don't think
Nope,
so.
nope. You don't have anything there to drive. Sorry, dear. You don't get to show your wares anymore. I suppose I could put this screen up on your computer and then you could turn it off and
Something to do.
have something to do besides We go. Anyhow, hi, Dirk from. Did I miss one? Yes, I missed one.
Hey, Andy.
But it is about that time.
Yeah, you kind of
about
came
that
at the wrong time.
Yeah, they come when they can. Can't
It's
help
the
it, though.
truth.
But
Yeah, we wouldn't say it's a wrong time in a live stream ever, except for the end. Then it's difficult.
in the Bible, pi is 3. We won't even get into that.
No, it's not recurring. It is not a repeating decimal. It goes on and on and on and on and on.
No, not recurring. Nope. It's 22 seconds.
Well, you too, Monzo.
All right.
Even though
So
we
anyhow,
don't have that much time.
yeah, people are dropping out quickly. So
Nobody wants the tab. I get
nobody
it.
wants to tab. So anyhow, thank you for spending another Friday with us here. Once again, running a bunch of trains, including the Amtrak ICE, the Deutsche Weinstrasse train, the Orient Express, even the Lufthansa cars that were running on the inner loop, the 2 freight trains that were, one was the cereal and, the grocery train, and then the flatbeds train as well, was all a testament to more of the stuff I got from Herb. And I'm hoping next week to have 3 of Herb's locomotives converted to digital. I'm getting the decoders Monday, supposedly, so I should have time Monday and Wednesday to work on them and have them ready to go on Friday.
Groovy time, baby.
Groovy time. Oh, I can't.
No,
my throat's in the
we
wrong
don't
place.
have the voice for those today.
I can't do Austin Powers today.
I could get
You could get what? You found Daisy very easily.
I got Daisy okay. Little.
You found
Congested,
but okay.
Daisy
easy. Mayor Sumbish did.
She's a one-woman gal now.
She's a one-woman gal?
One-man gal, too.
One woman
I'm
and
tired.
one man.
Yeah.
There's Flymo. Been sitting back.
Oh, hey, Flymo.
I'm a lot better. I really am a lot better. I don't know how much this is going to take out of me today, because it is stressful running these trains, especially early on. But, yeah, so anyhow, we want to thank you guys for so many of you wasting away your Fridays with us.
With Anthony.
And on that note, we will say, Auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss.
And happy trains. Take care, everybody.